As young children, we tend to go through brief but extremely intense phases in which we develop a random morbid fear of some frightening idea or concept that was recently exposed to us. Most of these fears come and go with time, passing quickly as mere stages or periods of obsession in the big scheme of things. Luckily, the impressively strange and weird fear I am about to tell you about is one that I have long ago relieved myself of by solving the mystery behind my terror of and my obsession with bees. I see them. The bees. They're everywhere. Not even just in the air. They are a part of me. They are crawling on my skin, on my bed, the tables, chairs, piano, computer screen, my mommy's face when she tucks me in at bedtime. And when I get too afraid, I close my eyes, but somehow they follow me there too. Then I can see them on the inside of my eyelids, and I am so scared. Mommy, please come right now and help me get them away. She says, let's tell those bees they can't bother you anymore. We'll make warning signs that say no bees allowed. So we made the signs, and the signs said the bees were not allowed, and I taped them on every door of the house. I made signs and signs and signs and signs, so many signs that I ran out of the tape. Mommy said that was enough when I asked for more tape, and after she said no, I got really afraid. And the bees were swarming. I could see them flittering, buzzing everywhere, and I kept moving my head, and there they would be. I started to cry, and Mommy suddenly understood and got the tape for me from the high shelf, covered in the bees that she said she couldn't see. I am alone with my bees. I cover my face with my hands that were dotted all over with bees, like bee gloves. They would sting me, I knew it. And then Mommy would see I was telling the truth, but why couldn't she see them too? Mommy says I have to eat the food, even though it's got bees on it. I know they are probably buzzing in my stomach, still alive, and I feel sick. I do not sleep much because even in the darkness I know they are there and they taunt me, buzzing before my eyes until I scream for Mommy to come get them off me. Sometimes Mommy gets angry with me and she says, Laura, there are no bees here. And my eyes get wet, and I do not understand why she can't see them. All these bees around us and on our bodies, and blocking my view of the world with their little black bodies. I say, no, Mama, I am not crazy. And she shakes her head, and I get frustrated with her for being so silly. And she makes another phone call to the lady, the one who likes to shine bright lights in my eyes and stick needles in my arms whenever I visit her clean white room. My Mommy is worried, asking me if the bees ever hurt me. And then she makes a stern face and asks me, am I making up the bees? I almost laugh, but I am too scared. Of course they are real. I can see them. I am alone with my bees. Everyone else can't see them, but I can, all the time, and they hover over me and fill the air. Sometimes if I stare off into the distance, all I can see is a huge cloud of bees coming to sting me like the bug books at the library say they do. Then Mommy said I had to take a nap one afternoon, and I didn't want to because the bees would come to me in my sleep and sting me, but Mommy said, oh no, they are not real. There are no bees, and you will not be stung. So I believed her, and I said, would she please open a window because it was so hot without a fan, which would blow the bees toward me, so I refused to have one in my room. She did, and kissed my cheek and left me in my bed. It was after I heard her feet on the stairs that I saw it. The other dotty specks all over were different, smaller than this bee. I swallowed and tried to stay still, but I was trembling. I called for Mommy and said to the bee, go away, no bees allowed. The bee just came closer. My mouth dried up. I yelled, Mommy, it's a bee, come and help me, the bee will sting me. But Mommy didn't come, not even when I kept shouting, and she only came after I had to swat the bee, and it flew to my hand really fast and stung it, and I yelped in pain. Mommy came running. I was crying. She stuck tweezers in my palm, which hurt. And then it felt better, with a Tigger Band-Aid. Mommy and I were both wrong about the bees. Mommy said they wouldn't hurt me, but the sting hurt a lot. But my bees ended up just being little dancing black dots on my vision, not real live bees. Now, when I am alone with my bee dots, I am not afraid. Because they're my bees anyways. And it's not that bad, after all, to sit alone with my bees.